And welcome everybody to Inside the Locker Room podcast with your hosts, Old Dog Owen, Dope Ass Jeff, and Big Time Tony. And this is our episode 13, week 1 of the NFL season. How you guys doing today?
Commanders win!
Barely!
Hey, listen, man, a win is a win. I'll take it.
I wish I could say the same, so...
It was a shaky game, but I'll take it. It's all good. Sorry about your Steelers, man. That's rough.
It's the Niners, so...
What'd you expect? You know?
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
I mean, not to be that bad. I didn't expect it to be that bad. That's for sure.
Christian McCaffrey went off. So did Ayuk.
But not Samuel. I needed Samuel in a few leagues, but...
I have Ayuk in our league, in Tony's league, and I had him on the damn bench. I didn't think he was going to go off like he did. I don't know, probably still going to win by over 300, but I'm like, what the hell?
I'm up by like 500 right now in that league.
I'm projected to win by a little over 300. I'm against Debris. I think I'm up like 1,000, something like 700 something. And our defenses have both played already, so.
Yep. So
Tony's excited. He's getting ready for the Giants to whoop the Cowgirls' ass.
Yeah, we got 4 viewers already, guys.
Everyone's...
that's the plan.
Well, yeah. No,
Plan.
no. It's gonna happen.
I'm telling you, the Giants are winning tonight. The Giants are going to win tonight. I'm telling you. I got a feeling. I do. I have a feeling.
Well, I mean,
Speaking
if
of
Mike McCarthy's going by sticking with his one philosophy offense, yeah, you don't have that workhorse in Zeke anymore. So yeah, it's possible.
Speaking of football, did you guys see the Texas-Alabama game last night?
No, I missed it.
Oh
No.
my God, dude, that was that's probably the greatest college football game I've seen in years. That game was phenomenal. I'm happy because Bama lost. I mean, whenever Bama loses, it's a good day.
It is.
Fucking hate Bama, dude. I fucking hate Bama. But no, that was a great game. That was an amazing game. Should we get started?
Sure. I'm pretty sure that's why
All
everybody's
right.
watch.
What?
I'm pretty sure that's why everybody say watch those.
All right. So do we want to do the season opener recap now or the top 100 now?
Well, let's do the 100. To finish up the 100.
Okay.
Maybe we can have
All
more
right.
time
So
to discuss the recap.
okay. So the first topic is NFL top 100 numbers 25 to number 1.
Okay, again, this is my yay, I get to talk a lot moment. So again, as you guys know, just give me a thumbs up. Good, we're good, we can move on. All right, number 25. Tennessee running back Derrick Henry. He played 16 games. He had 349 rushing attempts for 1,538 rushing yards and 13 touchdowns. Last year, he was number 12.
And Derrick Henry, you said he's now what, number 25?
Yeah.
I like that because his year last year wasn't nearly as good as what he was 2 years ago. I actually like that ranking.
That's Froggy. All right.
Froggy Gamey, how you doing?
Hi,
What's
Froggy.
going on, brother? Thanks for watching.
Tony, anything on the Derrick Henry? My only thing about it is he's ahead of CMC. That's the only thing I'm gonna
Forgot
say.
about that.
You have
I
to
forgot
remember
about that.
he is ahead of CMC right now in the
Yeah.
in the ranking.
Well, yeah, I remember because TMC was ranked so fucking low. I remember that.
I mean, I can actually be okay with him being. I mean, Derrick Henry is the best running back there is right now. CMC is the best all-around back. As
Yeah,
far as
I agree with that.
Derrick Henry, he should be in he should be in the top 15, not 25.
So CMC is more elusive than anything. Derrick Henry is more of a power back than anything else. He's got the strength where Christian McCaffrey's very elusive, and he's got those moves when he's in the backfield. Derrick Henry is the more powerful one, in my opinion.
Yes.
All right. Am I good to move on to number 24?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Number 24, Baltimore inside linebacker Roquan Smith. He played all 17 games last year with 169 tackles, 4.5 sacks, 6 pass defenses, and 3 interceptions. And he was named to his first team All-Pro and Pro Bowl. And last year he was number 84, so a 60 spot jump for Roquan Smith. He's now regarded as one of the best inside linebackers in the game.
I actually do like that. Roquan Smith is no doubt, like you said, Jeff, one of the best linebackers in the league. And to even think that he was number 85 last year is absolutely ridiculous. That's even ridiculous because he's a very good linebacker. He always has been. And like I said, to be ranked 85 is just utterly ridiculous.
Yeah, his last year ranking was baffling.
I agree.
At least they give him some form of respect now.
Yeah. Yeah, you would think.
If only we had our Jets fans in here. Number 23, New York Jets cornerback Sauce Gardner. He played all 17 games. He had 75 tackles, most pass defenses in the league with 20, 2 interceptions, and he was named Defensive Rookie of the Year. If only our Jets fans were here today. If Sauce Gardner from 23.
Jets fans here. I'm sure they could be chiming in a few minutes.
I hope so.
I think he would be ranked higher if he actually was able to catch the damn ball.
Yeah, it's true. I agree with Tony. I do. I agree with Tony.
But hey, for a rookie, I think that's a great spot, number 23.
Yeah.
Number 22, Philadelphia Eagles wide receiver A.J. Brown. He played all 17 games. He had 88 receptions, 1,496 yards. That's a single-season franchise record for the Eagles, and 11 touchdowns.
So I don't mind that ranking to be this year because of what a monster year he had last year. But I can guarantee you that number will drop. He will be a lower number because he's not going to have that good of a year like he did last year. I think his numbers are going to drop this year. I don't see him getting almost 1,500 yards 2 years in a row. I think it's going to drop for next year's rankings. So I like it this year. It makes sense. Next year, I think it's going to drop.
Who did they play this year?
Number 22, he's right now.
I don't think he'll hit 1,500, but I think he'll be close, maybe around 12, 1,300.
That's what I'm saying. He's not getting almost 1,500 like he did last year. That's what I'm saying. He's just not going to happen.
But again, it also depends on their schedule.
I think that when I was watching this video on YouTube, actually, the NFL posted, it was like a 45-minute long video. They were projecting each team's like their record game by game, and I think that the Eagles, I think they had I want to say the 5th or 6th hardest schedule in the NFL. So you might be right, Tony. Depending on their schedule, and I'm pretty sure the 5th or 6th hardest, that could be a factor.
Yeah, I don't see him hitting the 1,500 mark, but I do see him hitting at least 1,300 with another at least 10-plus touchdowns. I do see that.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, he's a touchdown machine. There's no getting around that. He's a touchdown machine, but I think we all can agree that we don't see him getting almost 15 or even more than that this year.
All right, speaking of touchdown machine, number 21, Los Angeles Chargers running back Austin Eckler. He played all 17 games, 204 rushing attempts for 915 rushing yards, 13 touchdowns. That's number 2 in the NFL last year. He had 107 receptions. That's top 5 amongst all positions, with 722 passing yards, 5 touchdowns. He had 2 fumbles. He became just the 5th player in the Super Bowl era to have at least 800 rushing yards, 10 rushing touchdowns, 700 receiving yards, and 5 receiving touchdowns in a single season. He was ranked last year number 46. So a very impressive. He's number 21.
I like that. And also, obviously, the ranking he is now for this year definitely helped him because of last year, because he played all 17 games. And not just that, he had a monster year. I mean, that definitely was one of the main reasons why he's at such a good ranking this year. So I do agree with that.
Someone gonna get that boy some oxygen, because they're gonna run him to death.
Yeah, and he already got one today for the Chargers. I think at least one.
Damn.
Yeah, they're going to run him into the ground almost like the Panthers did to CMC ahead of them letting him go.
Yep.
Number 20, a guy I do not like for reasons.
It must be a Cowboy.
No.
Must be a Niner?
No. You guys will know why I do not like him. That was a good one. Cleveland Browns defensive end Myles Garrett. He played 16 games, 50 tackles, 16 sacks, 4 pass defenses, 2 forced fumbles. Last year he was ranked number 11.
Well,
he also had a helmet thrown too.
Yeah.
And what number is he?
He's number 20 right now, so you dropped 9 spots.
It's probably because of that fucking helmet incident.
Well, and that happened a few years ago.
He's still getting punished for it.
Yeah, I know. Like, we take him a high rating. It's not good for us.
As much as I hate the guy because he's a complete scumbag, I mean, he's still a really good football player.
You always pick him fantasy too. You always pick him every time.
I do. Dude, he gets good numbers. I'm trying to win here.
What I did in one league, I drafted. I kept T.J. Watt, and then I drafted him. So I have T.J. Watt and Myles Garrett on my team. So I have the Steelers and the Browns. And T.J. Watt got 49 points today in fantasy.
Wait a minute. Which quarterback did he get with the helmet? Which quarterback was that?
Mason Rudolph.
You should draft Mason Rudolph too.
Yeah, I know. God. He deserved it, I guess. He was that bad. Here's a 49er for you. San Francisco 49ers tight end George Kittle. He played 15 games last year. He had 60 receptions, 765 yards. That's top 5 amongst tight ends with 11 touchdowns. Last year he was number 22. That's, I think, an average year for George Kittle.
Yeah.
No one has want to be top 5 in the league, or even just top 3 in the league.
I mean, he's not as good as he used to be, but I mean, I think he's going to slowly get back up there in the rankings. I think if he's healthy this year, for most of the season, maybe miss 1 or 2 games. If he could play like 15 games this year, I think he could still be a quality tight end. He's not going to get back to what he used to be, but I still think he could be good enough to have as an option to draft every year.
Well, I mean, they finally get him a quarterback that can actually get him the ball. You know, other than porn star Jimmy and my elbow hurts, Mr. Irrelevant, and Mr. Trey. I can't beat out Sam Darnold Lance. I mean, the guy needs a quarterback.
Yeah,
Brock Purdy did look pretty decent today
against a really good defense, nonetheless.
Yeah.
Oh man, Jeff got so pissed he left.
I know. You don't gotta tell me. I got to hear it today.
I didn't mean to make you that mad, Jeff. Jeff felt off the set for a second.
I couldn't help myself on that one.
Moving on to the next player that's not a fucking goddamn Niner. Pittsburgh Steelers. Free safety, Mika Fitzpatrick. He played 15 games last year. He had 96 tackles, 11 pass defenses, 6 interceptions. He was first team All-Pro, and he made it a Pro Bowl, coming in at number 18, Mika Fitzpatrick.
And what was he last year?
It doesn't have a ranking for him last year, so I guess he didn't make the top 100 last year.
Wow, that's crazy.
Because wasn't that his second year last year?
Yeah, that was the second year, or his either first or second year with the Steelers last year. I don't believe they had him last year, unless I missed it. Because I
know his rookie season he was with the Dolphins.
Yes,
he was the one who drafted him.
Yeah.
And they traded him to Pittsburgh. So I think that last year was the second year in the league.
Yeah, he might have. I might have missed it. Man, he was not ranked from last year, so I'm guessing he did not make the top 100 last year.
I mean, he's basically Troy Polamalu reincarnated.
Yeah, basically.
He does do everything back there. He does do everything. Yeah. I can give him some, but no. But yeah, I do like that ranking. Number 18 from being unranked to number 18, I think is very good.
Exactly.
Thank you.
I mean,
number 7.
He made a big impression.
Number 17, Las Vegas Raiders defensive end Max Crosby. He played all 17 games last year. 89 tackles, 22 tackles per loss. That's the most in NFL. 12.5 sacks, 36 QB hits. That's second in the NFL. 4 pass defenses, 3 forced fumbles, and he made his second Pro Bowl. Last year, he was number 59.
Who was this again?
Max Crosby, the defensive end for the Las Vegas Raiders.
Raiders. That's a good spot for him. Only because he's he's being penalized for being on the Raiders. That's how I look at it.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, and he's now known as one of the best defensive ends in the league. You have to be worried about him if you're on that offensive line now. Right. Number 16, Buffalo Bills wide receiver Stephon Diggs. He played 16 games last year, 108 receptions. That's his third straight 100 reception season. 1,429 receiving yards. That's his fifth straight season with at least 1,400. And
you want timeout, Tony?
Okay.
We might have an upset alert coming.
Okay.
What, the Broncos game?
No, the Patriots
Dolphins?
game.
What's the score now?
Patriots and Eagles.
Oh, shit.
The Patriots just recovered a fumble with 3 minutes and 20 seconds left, down by 5. I
turned it off for a minute because I'm looking at all the scores so far this week for week 1, and we're gonna when we go over the recap, I want to name all the games. So I had to go on ESPN on my TV. I'm on the website.
Eagles, please, for the love of fucking God, just Eagles, man. Like, shit.
So go ahead, jump in what you said.
I think I'm an Eagles fan. Oh my God. At least we lose to good teams. God, the Patriots. If they lose to the Patriots, my goodness. Stephon Diggs, he had a good year last year, 108 receptions for 1,429 yards with 11 touchdowns. Last year, he was number 26. So a 10 spot jump for Stephon Diggs. As long as him and Josh Allen can be good together this year and no fighting, he should have about the same year as he did last year.
Now, play nice, kids.
That's a big key right there, is if they can get along. I think they will until the playoffs get here. And then Josh Allen starts doing dumb shit again. That's going to cost him a game. Then we're going to see the in-house fighting again. But for right now, yeah, that's a good spot for him.
I like that spot too, Star. I'm writing down the scores. I'm listening. I'm just writing down the scores.
Very good. All right, the top 15. Another San Francisco 49er. San Francisco 49er middle linebacker Fred Warner. He played all 17 games last year with 130 tackles. He had 2 sacks, 6 QB hits, 10 pass defenses, made first team All-Pro and Pro Bowl. And last year he was number 47. So, a very good year. One of the best middle linebackers in the league. So, I mean, top 15 I think is very fair for him.
I'm not going to say much about him because I don't want Jeff to walk off the set again. I'm okay with the spot. That's what I'm going to say.
I like the spot. I agree with Tony.
All right, another San Francisco 49er.
Oh, fuck.
Damn, Jeff, what is damn?
Number 14, San Francisco 49er, offensive tackle Trent Williams. He had played 14 games. He had 872 snaps and only gave up 1 sack. He made his 10th Pro Bowl, his second first-team All-Pro, and he was number 1 PPF tackle grade of 91.7. I mean, when we think of tackles, there's not many in the league that I can name, but he is one of them, and that's the reason why is because he's such a good offensive tackle.
He's been doing it for so long.
Yeah, and he's been so good for so long. So, number 14, I think, is a very fair spot for him.
But
I agree.
Like I said when we first started this list, offensive linemen is the hardest ones to rank because their basic stats is either sacks allowed or pancakes.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, we don't have you don't really get much more stats-wise about what their offense is doing as offensive linemen. So I still want to say it again. They should be ranked in their own special category. They should be ranked in the top 100 just for the simple fact is they're basically a different breed.
Yeah, like the only thing that I've gotten off of the offensive linemen is if they've given up sacks, how many snaps, and if they've had any penalties against them. That's it. Like, that's all that there is on their stats.
Yeah, you don't get much stats on offensive linemen. But I'm okay with the way he's ranked.
Yeah, like me too. Like, I mean, number 14 is really good. I don't have a problem with it. Art the Clown is Donald Trump, and Little Pale Girl is Donald Trump in drag. Okay. Sure.
The hell?
I'm just going to go with okay and move on to number 13. Lucky number 13, Las Vegas Raiders. Wide receiver Devontae Adams. He played all 17 games, 100 receptions, 1,516 receiving yards. That's third most in the NFL last year. He had 14 touchdowns. That's the most in the NFL. And he made his 6th straight Pro Bowl. Last year, he was number 7. So first year in Las Vegas, and he had a great season, like he normally does.
That's no surprising.
Really isn't. Devontae Adams just dominates year in and year out.
I mean, considering the turmoil that team went through last year, yeah,
he was like one of the only healthy ones.
Pretty much.
He played all 17. Freaking Hunter Renfrow injured. Darren Waller injured. Like, he was one of the only healthy guys that they had on the team. All right, we're sticking in Las Vegas. Las Vegas running back Josh Jacobs. He played all 17 games as well. He had 340 rushing attempts for 1,653 yards. That was first in the NFL. He had 12 touchdowns, 53 receptions for 400 yards. He was first team All-Pro, and he got his contract last week that we talked about. A good year for Josh Jacobs, a well-earned contract, a well-earned spot in the top 15 in the NFL.
That's a good spot for him. This is not a good place for him. I would have rather seen him actually go to a different team. But, I mean, The money talks, so he stayed. I can't say I blame him.
All right, number 11. This guy, it does surprise me that he's not in the top 10, but to me, he didn't have as good of a year, so it explains it. Los Angeles Rams defensive tackle Aaron Donald. He played 11 games last year. He only had 41 tackles, 5 sacks, 2 pass defenses, and he made a Pro Bowl. Number 11, I think, is fair for only playing 11 games in the season. So I think number 11 is fair for him.
Yeah, I agree.
Last year, he was probably in the top, 5, if I had to guess. I can look right now. Hold on. He was definitely top 10.
Because they penalized other players for missing games. Majorly dropped them into the 70s and 80s, and he only gets penalized for missing dropped down to 5 or 6 spots.
He was number 2 last year, actually.
So they dropped him 9 spots.
Yes.
Okay.
Tony, big third down. I mean, the Patriots still got a fighting chance here, man. Believe.
I want them to beat the Eagles.
You don't? Why?
No, he does.
Oh, he does. 4th down. Suck it, Jalen Hurts.
All right, number 10, cracking the top 10 here. Kansas City Chiefs defensive tackle Chris Jones. He played all 17 games last year with 44 tackles, 15.5 sacks, 4 pass defenses, 2 forced fumbles, 4th consecutive Pro Bowl, and he placed 3rd in Defensive Player of the Year voting. Last year, he was ranked number 39, so he jumped all the way up to 10th and is one of the best defensive tackles in the league, and he still hasn't gotten his contract yet from the Kansas City Chiefs, so he sat out on Thursday.
Which I'm okay with. Thursday's game showed why they need to give that man his money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, 10 spots, I mean, for right now, it's well deserved because from 39 to, what was it, 39, right?
Yeah.
All the way up to 10, yeah. I'm okay with that.
Big lead change. The Dolphins just took the lead against the Chargers 36-34 in that game in Los Angeles. Just an update on that game. Yeah, it's a shootout, and I'm happy somewhat for that because all these games today that we will talk about have been somewhat boring. Low-scoring games, defense-oriented, sloppy.
Tyreek Hill
Yeah. You can go ahead. You're good.
Tyreek Hill had over 200 yards today.
Yeah, I know, and he just got that that touchdown too. So that's.
So wait, they took the lead?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
30-34. I don't know how much time is left in that game though. I'm gonna need to look.
When I looked, the Dolphins were still up. There were, I think it said two something minutes left.
There's 1:45 left.
Yep.
Yeah, so it was 2 something when I checked. Wow.
All right, number 9.
Single digits.
Unfortunately, Dallas Cowboys linebacker Micah Parsons. He played all 17 games last year, 65 tackles, 13.5 sacks. That's top 10 in the NFL. 26 QB hits. That's top 10 in the NFL. 3 pass defenses, 3 forced fumbles. That's top 10 in the NFL last year. He finished 2nd in Defensive Player of the Year voting, and last year he was number 16.
The only thing I liked about the Cowboys is that player right there. Why? Because he reminds me of Lawrence Taylor, the second coming. The rest of the team sucks.
Oh, they're going for it 4th and 2. I knew that was coming.
Who, the Eagles or the Patriots?
Eagles.
Yeah, I don't have the game up, so I don't know.
Yep, Eagles.
Patriots got the ball back.
Never mind, I have it up now. Chargers just got a first down, so they're moving. Yeah, Patriots got the ball back.
Let's go!
Sorry, everybody. We're all watching the games as
Yeah,
we're
sorry.
doing this podcast. So,
That was a
But-
big fourth down right there.
but
I'm doing
get
the same
used to
thing
it.
too.
But
I got
get used to it.
I got the
because
game on
it's-
the TV going, scrolling on my phone going.
No, Jeff, repeat that. I'm sorry, man. Repeat that one.
What?
Repeat the one you just said. I didn't hear you. That was my bad.
You're good. Micah Parsons, he played all 17, 65 tackles, 13.5 sacks, 26 QB hits, 3 pass defenses, 3 forced fumbles, and he finished second in Defensive Player of the Year voting. Last year he was number 16. So, and he's
Yeah,
number
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
him and Pollard are the only two on the Dallas Cowboys that I can actually tolerate.
Yeah, I don't mind Tony Pollard.
I hate him.
I
He
know.
doesn't run his mouth.
I know Tony's failing, so I'm just going to move on to number 8. Number 8, Buffalo Bills quarterback Josh Allen. He played 16 games. He had 4,283 passing yards, 35 touchdowns, 14 interceptions. He rushed for 762 yards with 7 touchdowns, and he lost 5 fumbles. Last year he was number 13, so a 5-spot increase for Josh Allen.
Yeah, I like that.
Because he has literally now has become probably the 4th best quarterback in the league now. He was second behind Patrick Mahomes. He's dropped to like the 4th because Burrow has definitely overtaken him. And I feel Jalen Hurts has just now passed him as well.
Yes. Top 5 is Mahomes, Hurts, Burrow, Allen, and then Lamar Jackson, in my opinion. And then Herbert is right underneath that.
Yeah. I have to agree with that.
Yeah, me too.
All right, number 7, the guy who we just mentioned, Miami wide receiver, Tyreek Hill. He played all 17 games, 119 receptions, 1,710 yards, 7 touchdowns, and he had 1 rushing touchdown. Last year he was number 15. And this guy, he already has over 200 for the game that's going on right now. So I think 1,700 he can definitely get to as far as injuries don't limit him as far as playing time goes.
Well, he's usually always healthy. It's true
Yeah.
that we have to worry about.
Yeah. Tyreek's pretty much always healthy.
If Tua can stay healthy, then Tyreek's going to have a monster year.
Absolutely.
Number 6, guy previously mentioned, Cincinnati Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow. He played 16 games, 4,475 passing yards, 35 touchdowns, and 12 interceptions. He had 5 rushing touchdowns as well. He lost 3 fumbles, and he finished 4th place in most valuable player voting. And last year he was ranked number 21, so a 15-spot increase for Joe Shiesty, as they call him, or Joe Burrow.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I like that. I'm okay with it.
Number 5, Kansas City Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce, who did not play on Thursday, for anyone who somehow doesn't know that. Fucking shit for fantasy owners. Number 7, he played 17 games, 110 receptions, 1,338 yards, 12 touchdowns. The 5th tight end all-time to have 10,000 career receiving yards and set 2 new records for postseason receptions at 133 and 16 touchdowns by a tight end on the way to his 2nd Super Bowl win. Last year he was number 10, so a 5-spot increase for Travis Kelce. The best tight end in the league right now.
Yeah, I agree 100%. That's a perfect rating. I agree 100%.
I'm going to sound crazy, but I think he's probably should be really ranked in the top 3.
In top 3?
He should be. He's not going to be number 1 because he's not going to go past Patrick Mahomes. But at least 2nd or 3rd.
All right, I want to see if your opinion stays the same after I read off number 2 and 3.
Okay.
But number 4 is first. San Francisco 49ers, the defensive end, Nick Bosa. He played 16 games last year, 51 tackles, 19 tackles for loss. That's number one in the NFL. He had 18.5 sacks, 48 QB hits. That's number one in the NFL. 1 pass defense, 2 forced fumbles. He won Defensive Player of the Year, 6th in MVP votes in 2022, and he was ranked number 25. And he just got a big contract from the Niners before on Saturday or on Friday he got his contracts, and then he played the Steelers and they whooped our ass. So, congrats, Nick Bosa, number 4.
I'm okay with that spot.
Yeah, me too.
The top,
he's the best defensive end, so
yeah. The top 3. Number 3, Philadelphia Eagles quarterback Jalen Hurts. He played 15 games. He passed for 3,701 yards with 22 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. He rushed 165 times for 760 yards. That was 4th in the league, all combined as far as running backs and quarterbacks. 13 touchdowns rushing, 2 fumbles lost, and he finished 2nd in MVP votes. So, Jalen Hurts, number 3, and he wasn't even ranked last year.
I guess that's what happens when you go to the Super Bowl.
Wow.
Owen's jaw just hit the ground.
Tony, did you see that?
That's because they called a completed pass.
I think it's out of bounds.
Yeah,
I think it's out of bounds. That's out of bounds. That's incomplete. That's only 1 foot. Wait, that's 2. Wait a minute, hold on. 1. That's 2. That's 2. 1. There's
He's
1.
He didn't catch it
There's
yet.
2. That's 2.
He didn't have possession of the ball the second time.
He didn't catch it. So when his foot was coming up, he didn't have the ball yet. So I guess we'll see what they do in that game if the refs really want to give the Patriots the win because Tom Brady's there or not. And the Dolphins have won against the Chargers, 36-34.
Yep, that game is the final.
Yep, the Patriots and Eagles is the final game right now until the Giants and Cowboys face off at 8:20 tonight. Number 2. Oh shit. Jalen Hurts. He was ranked number 3 this year, and he.
I like that. Yeah, I'm good with that.
I thought so. I just wanted to make sure I didn't want to skip by you guys.
Ah.
Number 2, Minnesota Vikings wide receiver Justin Jefferson. He played all 17 games last year with 128 receptions, 1,809
Game over.
yards, 8 touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown. He ranked number 6th and 7th, respectively, all time for receiving yards, 1,809, and receptions in a single season. He was Offensive Player of the Year, and he came 5th in MVP voting and was number 17 last year.
Okay, I'm going to preface what I said a little bit.
There you go.
But I'm still sticking with the fact that Kelsey should be a top 3. Jefferson is the best receiver in the game, so he believes he deserves number 2. And Kelsey is the best tight end, so he deserves number 3. Sorry for the Jalen Hurts fans, but he should be 4th, which will move Bosa down to 5th. But like I said, when you go to the Super Bowl and you're 1 play away from winning your first Super Bowl championship as a quarterback, that does things to the voters. So I'm okay with the top 5 list. I'm okay with it. They should be moved around some, but I'm okay with it.
All right, Owen. Anything on Mr. Justin Jefferson, best wide receiver in the league?
No, I absolutely agree.
Perfect for him. And number 1, no one could have guessed it. Kansas City Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes. He played all 17 games, 5,250 passing yards, 41 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, 358 rushing yards with 4 touchdowns. And last year, you'd be shocked, he was ranked number 8. He was ranked 8th last year, and he obviously won the MVP.
Wow.
So,
again, winning the MVP and winning the Super Bowl and Super Bowl MVP, bumps you right up to number one.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because at that point, there's nobody that's better than you. You deserve to be number one.
Yep.
That is it for the top 100 players in the NFL. Patrick Mahomes, of course, number one. Do I think he's going to stay number one? No. I think we're going to have someone else number one next year.
All right,
again, I still want the ones who came up with this list drug tested.
So our second topic and last topic is NFL season opener recap. What?
Hold on, Owen. Slow down.
You slow down.
Man, you know we got to do our promo.
Oh, that's right. Well, you didn't write that down, Tony.
Tua Tagovailoa had, 466 passing yards, 3 touchdowns. Tyreek Hill had 215 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns. Oh my God!
Shit.
Yeah, they went off.
But the Chargers defense has always sucked. The Chargers defense is so bad.
Which is puzzling because they have, I'm not going to say great players, but they have very good players on their defense. So that tells me that their defensive coordinator doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. That's what that tells me.
All right, who is hitting the promo tonight? However you want to say it.
I'll get it.
All right, Tony,
so if you're still listening, then basically now is your family. So go ahead and smash that subscribe button and help grow our channel. And while you're doing that, head over to our parent channel, Nerdbox, and subscribe to that channel as well. To help us continue to grow. And we're trying to hit 1,000 subscribers. So we need all the help we could get. Just keep smash that subscribe button. Click on the notification so you know when we're live. Pretty much that's about it. Like I said, just smash that subscribe button. Let people know about our channel as you subscribe as well. Other than that, just back to our normal program unless you guys got something you want to add.
No, I'm good.
No, just thanks for any support that you show to us. That's all we can ask for and say.
All right. So our second and last topic is NFL season opener recap. I wrote down every single game that has been played so far this week, and I wrote down the scores of each game. We can discuss them one by one, share our opinions. Basically about it for the season opener recap. So we get the first game we had.
Let's start with the Chiefs and Lions game.
Yeah, Lions beat the Chiefs 21-20.
For those of you who didn't watch that game, that was a very great, shocking, surprising game. There's been a lot of memes running around about Kadarius Toney, saying that he's the Lions offensive player of the game.
God, aren't you happy that the Giants don't have him no more? Holy shit, was that bad? Owen, you could have went out there and ran a route and caught a ball from Patrick Mahomes. Fucking Christ.
But the biggest news that came from that game was the comment that Mike Tirico made after the game. I don't know if you guys heard about that.
Nah, I didn't see nothing about it.
So, once the game was over, Mike Tirico made a comment that, yes, the Lions beat the Chiefs, but we need to put an asterisk next to it because Kelsey and Chris Jones wasn't playing. That pissed off a lot of NFL fans, which and I can't blame them because I would have been pissed too. These are professional athletes that get paid millions to go out there and do what they do on a weekly basis.
I'll be right back. I just go to the bathroom. All right, you guys keep going. I'll be right back.
Okay.
The fact that if Kadarius Toney would have caught both of those passes, the one that bounced off his hands was returned for an interception,
For a pick six, nonetheless. It wasn't just an interception; it was a pick
Yeah,
six.
it was a pick six, which I believe that tied the game up, didn't it? Or no? Yeah, it tied the game up.
I'm just gonna look on YouTube. I want to see that play again, just for the laughs and.
And then the one that he dropped wide open, where he
God, he was wide open. Like there was no one around him.
It would have been a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
That's 14 points that Darius Toney cost the Chiefs. And
Yeah.
for Mike Tirico to sit there and say, well, if they would have had if they would have had Kelsey, yeah, the outcome might have been different, but there's no guarantee. Basically, I just want to say congratulations to the Lions fans. For once, their team actually does look decent. Now, pump your brakes, Lions fans, about the Super Bowl talk. You're
Sorry about that,
there
guys.
yet.
They're good.
Okay, we still discuss the Lions game, or should I move on to the next one?
Yeah, we're still talking about the Lions game and how what Mike Tirico said. I do have something to say about that because I didn't even know about that, and that upsets me. The players go out there and play whoever is suiting up. They have no control over who plays and who doesn't. A lot of people say that, fans in the NBA, oh, this team wouldn't have won this series or whatever if this player wasn't injured on the other team. They have no control over who plays. They just go out there and play against whoever is suiting up. So for him to say that is disrespectful to the Lions and all the hard work that they put in throughout the entire offseason, the entire week to get ready for the Chiefs, and then all the work that they did throughout the entire game to be able to stick around for as long as they did against the Chiefs. Yes, they didn't have Kelsey. Yes, they didn't have Chris Jones, but they still had the MVP in Patrick Mahomes.
Exactly.
And for them to stick around and do what they did to then go out and win in the Chiefs arena, that's called Arrowhead, right? Arrowhead Stadium?
Yes.
For them to win.
I think they just changed the name to it, but for what we know it as, it's going to be Arrowhead Stadium.
Yeah. So
and it was banner night for them raising the Super Bowl banner.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, yeah, the Chiefs and fans, they was mostly charged, and
yeah.
the
So
Lions just came out and just
they had a fake punt on that on their second possession, like inside the 20, and it worked, and then they went down and scored a touchdown. Like for them to go out and do that, and then for Mike Tirico to say that is very just disrespectful to the game to me, because it's just like you don't like the other team doesn't control who plays and who doesn't. It's just
it's disrespectful to the game. It's disrespectful to the team. It's disrespectful to the players. It is disrespectful to the head coach that put them in a position to win the game. So yeah, Mike Tirico went way too far on that comment, and it wasn't even called for. Both teams played hard. It wasn't like it was a sloppy game. It was actually a well-played game, except for Kadarius Toney. But for the other 21 plays I was on the field, it was a well-played game. Yeah, that's what I gotta say about that. That kind of irked me as a fan of the NFL, and yeah, it just pissed me off that he would even go that.
All right. The second game I've listed is the Ravens beat the Texans 25-9. And now, if nobody knows yet, we haven't really gotten any updates. J.K. Dobbins is officially done for the year as he tore his Achilles.
I don't mean to laugh or smile, but my God.
I feel bad for the guy. I really do.
We call Anthony Davis a walking hospital bill. This guy needs to run around in bubble wrap so he does not get hit hard enough. Because holy God, does he just everything. Hope for a speedy recovery. That's going to be a whole nother year, loss of his career, which is sad. He's a good running back. That we all wish him well. It sucks to see the outcome of the game. I'm not surprised. I thought the Ravens were going to do a lot better, honestly. I mean, they didn't have Mark Andrews, but still, they had pretty much everyone else, and for them to only win by 16 against the Texans. I mean, I guess
think about it. They didn't have Mark Andrews. That was definitely a big factor. Mark Andrews is out this week, so I think that takes away a lot of stats and numbers for Lamar Jackson, and also takes away a lot of good big plays that the Ravens could have made if he were playing. I mean, for them to win by 16 without Mark Andrews, I say isn't too bad, because they were without literally their best their not best wide receiver, but their best offensive player besides Lamar Jackson. So without him, I think they did fairly well.
You mean Lamar Odom? Lamar Odom.
Yes, Lamar Odom.
Phenomenal. Come on, I got to keep you in check, Tony. Lamar actually had a worse game than rookie quarterback C.J. Stroud, if you want to believe it or not. He had a worse game than C.J. Stroud. Lamar Jackson, he went 17 for 22, 169 passing yards, and 1 interception. Whereas C.J. Stroud, the rookie, he went 28 for 44 and 242 yards. So not a bad game from the rookie, but again, it's an outcome I'm not surprised with.
So yeah. I'm trying to look to see which Achilles it was. It doesn't say.
Not yet.
I'm saying it says Dobbins went down 5 minutes after halftime. He took a short pass in the right flat, was wrestled to the ground by Houston to safety. MJ Stewart was 2 yards shy of the end zone. So it's not saying which Achilles it was. But yeah, that guy just, like you said, he need to be wrapped in bubble wrap.
They hit him on like a scooter out there or something, because him with his feet on the ground isn't good for him. But yeah.
All right. So the next game we have is the Commanders beating the Cardinals 20-16.
Owen, we will let you take this one away because this is your football team here.
I mean, look, our defense, I saw some good things with our defense. They got a lot of key stops. They looked really good on defense. It was their offense that was shaky. It was lacking. I don't know what it was lacking, but it was lacking something, and I just can't put my finger on it. But Sam Howell didn't look terrible. He had an interception, didn't lead to any points. Brian Robinson played okay. Terry McLaurin wasn't even the leading receiver, surprisingly. It was Jahan Dotson and Curtis Samuel. Terry McLaurin only had 2 receptions for 31 yards. Curtis Samuel had almost 60 receiving yards, and Jahan Dotson had over 50. Overall, their offense still a little shaky, but it was a defense that really impressed me. I think they played well enough. I think they could have played better, especially against a team like that. But I do have hope for this season. I don't think we're going to make playoffs, but I think we can finish decent.
I don't know if the Commanders was just playing fast today, or the Cardinals are actually starting to get good. I mean, you beat them by 4 points, really?
I know, dude. I know. Trust me, I know. We should have won by like fucking 20. It should have been a blowout, easily. We couldn't even cover the fucking spread.
He's got enough. But it's an outcome that I expected, but not at the point total I expected.
Yeah. Yep.
For the Cardinals to get 16 points, yes, your defense was good, but I mean, it was Josh Dobbs, and but
exactly.
Yeah, yes, your guys' offense was shaky in the ones that I watched, but
I expected the Commanders to win. I didn't expect them to win only by 4 points.
Yeah,
but as you say, a win is a win. So
exactly. Win's a win.
It goes in the win column. It doesn't matter if it's by 4, if it's by 40. It's a win.
Exactly. I'll take it any day of the week. I don't care if we win 6 games in a row by 1 point. It's still a win. I mean, that's not going to fucking happen, but...
No, but I understand. I get it.
Yeah. All right, Jeff, I'm sorry to do this to you. We got to relive it one more time. 49ers beat Steelers 30-7.
Okay, I'll leave this one off this time since it's my team.
All right.
God, are we awful? Oh my God, are we bad? Defense, offense, horrible. We lost Deontay Johnson to a hamstring injury. Cam Hayward, I don't know what he went off of the field with. Great. Najee Harris, 6 carries for 31 yards. Oh, that's 5 yards a carry, yes, but the entire game he had 6 carries. Whereas McCaffrey, on the other hand, 22 carries for 152 yards and a touchdown. And Ayuk went nuts on our secondary, which our secondary is not that good other than Mika Fitzpatrick. All around, horrible game, horrible offense, horrible defense. I hope it's just week 1 shitting the bed, but you don't like shitting the bed at home. Niners, yes, I expected to lose this game, but not by 23 points and us only scoring at the end of the first half. It was a very abysmal game, and I would like to move on from it.
I think the offense looked kind of staggered. They looked like they had no energy or anything like that. I feel that as great as he is, Patrick Peterson, this point in his career, needs to know when to shut his fucking mouth. To come out and say he guarantees he's going to get a pick. I mean, yes, you was a great corner at one point. You're old now. You're not as fast as you used to be. Although, I thought he was going to have one. That first one he broke up. Now, that touchdown that they called on him in the end zone, that was just a remarkable play. I mean, he was right there for it. The fact that he was able to get his foot down, the second foot down, in bounds with it, not about a centimeter between the grass and the end zone line it's amazing. That was an amazing play. Well, other than that, I mean,
we got his ankle a rope on the first CD. He got his ankle snapped by Ayuk. Oh my God, he fell to the ground and Ayuk was wide open. So yeah, shut your damn mouth. All right, I mean, you can be confident, but don't be saying that you're going to guarantee that you're going to get an interception.
Yeah. Not having Hayward did hurt. He did try to go and he just couldn't. He had no mobility, nothing. He was just basically wasted space. TJ Watts, they basically just knowing that Hayward wasn't there, just basically pretty much doubled him and everything else. But other than that, I mean, like I said, I thought the defense played great. They just was on the field too much. The offense did not help them not one bit. I thought when they scored that halftime, into the half touchdown, I was like, okay, maybe they're finally waking up. They got into rhythm. Yeah, that went right out the fucking window.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. I'm sorry, Jeff.
It's okay. Only better things to come, hopefully. A win next week. Probably not. Anything on that good island?
I mean, I
didn't watch the game, so.
Yeah. The one thing you guys still got going is that Mike Tomlin has never had a losing season, so.
Yeah, that's what keeps my hope up. That keeps my hope up.
All right, so the next game we have is the Saints beating the Titans 16-15.
Ryan Tannehill. Oh my God, is he awful? Yeah. Oh my goodness. that game was not great by either quarterback, really. Branch Tannehill's stats. Oh, and since you probably don't know them, I gotcha. He went 16 for 34, 198 yards, and 3 interceptions.
Oh my God.
That is absolutely awful.
Wow.
Derek Carr had a better game, 23 for 33, 305 yards, and 1 touchdown and 1 interception. Not great, but still good to get the win.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry had an all-right game, and Hopkins had an all-right game. Olave had a very good game. He had 8 receptions for 112 yards. This game was nothing but field goals for a while until the Saints finally capitalized on a turnover by the Titans, and then that's when they scored that touchdown, and then that was the 15-16 game that we got.
Anything to say, Tony, or should I move on to the next one?
Just go to the next one.
It was so bad.
All right, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, led by Baker Mayfield, they beat the Vikings 20-17.
My guy Baker. My guy Baker, where is he?
I was watching that game, and I was so fucking confused as to what the fuck was going on. First of all,
oh yeah. My guy Baker, baby. Kirk Cousins fumbled the ball twice and he threw an interception. So that's great for my fantasy team. He had 3 turnovers. Thank you, Kirk. Holy shit. The Bucs should have had more points than 20. Kirk gave it up fucking 3 times.
Well, the one interception really wasn't his fault. Because the receiver did catch it. The defender just, who was a rookie, I remind you, 5'8" rookie, literally just stole it from him at the goal line. All he had to do was catch it and fall backwards, and it's a touchdown. And a 5'9" rookie, no, he's 5'8". Yeah, he's only, they don't say he's only 5'8". Literally just devoted his ass. That's all he basically did. He's give me that. That's mine. But Jefferson did go off with, I believe, over 200 yards receiving.
No, he only had 150 actually.
Oh, that's right. He was on pace for 200.
Yeah, like he had 138 by halftime, and he only had 12 the entire second half. So, I mean, that's a great job by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers secondary to hold him to only 12 receiving yards in the second half after having 138 in the first half.
Well, this is why I was so confused, because it's like Kirk Cousins forgot you have the best wide receiver in the game on your team, and I think in the second half you only had 4 targets. Like, really? Did you forget you got the best receiver on your team?
It was definitely a very entertaining game, but one I think the Vikings definitely should have and could have won.
Oh, I was laughing my ass off. It was entertaining. Especially when that little 5'8" motherfucker just stole the football.
Imagine being that wide receiver, though. You get that ball taken off of you like that. Oh, my God.
That was... Whew, yeah, I would be pissed.
All right, we can go to a different game now.
All right, the next one we have the Jaguars beating the Colts 31-21. And Calvin Ridley's Jaguar debut played pretty damn good.
Yes, he did.
8 receptions, 101 yards, and a touchdown.
I will say, Anthony Richardson did a lot better than I thought they were going to. I thought he was going to be very sloppy. He looked somewhat poised. There were times where he looked a bit worried and flustered in the pocket, but to put up 21 points in your debut is very, very good.
Absolutely.
I have one thing about this game. So I do the ESPN Eliminator Challenge also, where you get one team to pick to win, and that's it in the week. And I picked the Jags. They were losing at one point, like 14-7. I was praying that they won this game.
I thought it was 21-14 at one point.
Whatever, like they were down by 7, and I needed them to win the game, or I'm eliminated. I can't win any money at the end of the year. I can't pick anymore. And they won the game, thank God. But I'm not a Jags fan whatsoever. But I just needed them to win that game, and they made it a heart beater until that final quarter. But it was a very entertaining game. A lot of defense. So.
I have a feeling that it was because at the end of the game, Anthony Richardson got hurt. Well, he got banged up. That score should have been a lot closer than really what the score was. If he didn't have got hurt towards the end of the game, they would have scored another touchdown. So that game could have, and then you guys wonder why I drafted them in my fantasy draft. But yeah, he looked great. There's still gonna be some days. Still gonna have growing pains because he is a rookie. But they do need to get a little bit more better weapons around him. Once they do that, the Colts will probably be back in a better position. They actually might have found their franchise quarterback.
Yeah, I was impressed with him on the ground and through the air. He seemed very confident in the pocket for a rookie. And Lawrence seemed a bit more flustered and confused on what to do with the ball, sometimes more than Anthony Richardson did.
Yes. There were some throws that Richardson made that you're like, are you sure you're a rookie?
Yeah.
So, yeah, he has a bright future ahead of him. Owen?
What?
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was zoning out there for a second. Next one we have is Browns beating the Bengals 24-3. Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Joe Burrow played absolutely terrible.
The entire
team looked lost.
Like the conditions, I can only give so much blame to. The team's both play in Ohio. They're used to this weather. It's not like they don't know rain. Exactly. It was rain. The Browns were able to play through the rain. Then the Bengals looked like shit. The entire team looked awful. No energy, no wanting to get anything done. Joe Burrow was pulled with 5 minutes left to go in the game or so. Just an all-around horrible game, but I did see something. They're 1-4 in their last 5 Week 1 games, and look what they've done throughout the whole rest of their seasons. So I'm not too worried about it, but it's definitely a big shock to lose by 21 points to the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, I agree. That was awful.
I have nothing to say for that.
All right, next one then. We have the Falcons beating the Panthers 24-10.
Bijan Robinson, he had a great touchdown. I don't know if you guys saw it, like in any highlights. Yeah. Oh my God, was that a touchdown? That was some move that he made. Falcons looked really good. Panthers looked okay in stretches, but Falcons, I think they have a good chance to actually do some damage in their division. Because Baker Mayfield, he's going to have some bad games. It's Baker Mayfield. The Panthers, they already beat, and the Saints, they only just beat the Titans. So the Falcons, if they keep up like this, they have a good chance to do well in their division.
I thought Bryce Young he looked decent. But yeah, Robinson stole the show.
He did. Good draft pick, Tony Dick.
Yeah, and their other running back, Tyler Algier, he had 15 carries per 75 yards and 2 touchdowns. So both the running backs did really well this week.
They did.
And Ritter, yes, he only had 115 passing yards, but he had a touchdown, and he was 15 for 18, so he had 3 incompletions. So he had a very good game. The whole Falcons team, to me, had a good game.
Yeah.
It was basically a game.
Yeah. So the next one is Jimmy G and the Raiders beat the Broncos 17-16.
Broncos country, let's ride to another loss. Hell yeah. Same old Broncos, honestly. They can't get over 20. They lose to the Raiders and porn star Jimmy in his first game with the Raiders. Not much of a shock here. I mean, Raiders, I thought were going to win by more. With all the injuries that the Broncos have at wide receiver right now, it doesn't shock me that it was this bad of a game for the Broncos. But a good win for the Raiders. And yeah, I don't got much to say about it.
Well, I mean, the Broncos played better than I thought they were going to. I mean, it wasn't a really high-scoring game, but from what I saw in the recap, from what I saw at the end of the game, they didn't play terrible. Russell Wilson did play a little bit better than he did all of last season. Do I think the Broncos are going to have a good record? Absolutely not. I think they're going to suck, but I think they're moving in the right direction.
I have nothing for that game.
All right, so the next one, the one that honestly shocked the hell out of me, the Rams beat the Seahawks 30-13. I don't know. What?
The Rams put Cooper Kupp on IR, so he's going to miss the first 4 games of the season.
Exactly. No Cooper Kupp, and they still won by almost 20.
Yeah. And for them to win how they did at Seattle,
yeah,
for me, it's somewhat of a statement win by the Rams to show that without their best player, arguably, and to still win by 17 points and do what they did on the defensive end as well to stop the Seahawks and only give up 13 points. It's a statement win on the road, and it surprised me, one, that they won, and two, by how much they won by. It's just how dominant it seemed like they were the entire game. A great win for the Rams, a bad loss for the Seahawks.
I'll give you my hot take of the year, and I honestly got the Rams making a run here this year if they keep it up. That's my hot take for the year. I really think they could do something. I mean, you're without Cooper Kupp for the first 4 weeks. You come into the season, you win by 27 points against a team that shocked everybody last year with Geno Smith having one hell of a year, and then everyone thought that the Seahawks were easily going to win this game. I don't think anybody expected the Rams to win this game, nonetheless win it by 27.
17.
I think that's a 17, sorry. 17, my bad. To win it by 17 points when everybody expects the Rams to be frankly terrible. So I think that's, like you said, Jeff, it's a statement win, and I honestly think could be exciting things to come this year for the Rams.
Pump the brakes. It's only week 1.
I know. And it is Matt Stafford. Okay, like he is known to just. Yeah, he is known to throw a few games here and there, but I do not mind your take there as long as they keep up the offense that they played today with Tutu Atwell, the other wide receiver that did well, Van Jefferson. Rookie running back, and their defense again played phenomenal. If they have some easy matchups in these next 3 weeks, I could see them going at least 3-1 in the 4 games that they are with Cooper Kupp. So,
absolutely. If they could go 3-1 without their best player, and then he comes back from their 3-1, maybe even 4-0. I doubt 4-0, but 3-1, that's not terrible. You get your best player back, barring any step backs. He comes back healthy. You get him for the rest of the year. You got a good shot at making playoffs.
Yeah, next week they play the Niners, so I'm gonna just chalk up a loss. So
Yeah.
they lost that one. They then play the Bengals. So if it's the Bengals that we saw today, hopefully it's raining. It's a Sunday night, or it's a Monday night game actually. So maybe it might be raining, and maybe the Rams will win because the Bengals apparently can't play in the rain. And then week 4 they play the. Are they on a bye week? Whatever. Oh, they play the Colts. So they could end up 3-1 or 2-2.
Yeah.
That's not too bad.
That's not terrible. That's not terrible.
They will definitely take a 500 record without Cooper Kupp.
Absolutely. And honestly, I can't name any person that expected the Rams to be 2-2 by the end of week 4. I mean, I think a lot of us expected the Rams to get to bed right away. Like, that's like the Bengals. They lost week 1, though, too, like you said, Jeff. They don't tend to do good opening week, and it's only week 1. So, I mean, the Bengals are probably going to turn it around. The Rams could also play good. We just don't know.
And the Rams also could play bad.
Well, yeah, I know they could. And the Bengals could also play good, too. It's only week 1.
I got more faith in the Bengals playing good than the Rams.
Hey, Rams won the Super Bowl a couple years ago. They beat the Bengals, so I don't know. You never know.
Last year, the Bengals started out. They lost the first game of the season. Played crappy against, I think it was the Steelers.
Yes, it was. It was the Steelers that they lost to. I'll remember it.
And then after that, just went on a tear. That's how the Bengals are.
Yeah, that's why I say I'm not worried about the Bengals right now. I was just shocked with that game result.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
The score was a shocking, yes.
Yeah, it was.
For Burrow to only throw for 88 yards is a shock when he has Jamar Chase on the field with him. And T. Higgins didn't have one receiving yard at all. He didn't catch one pass at all.
I didn't know that.
He had like 7 or 8 targets, but he didn't catch it once. So, again, I just want to chalk it up to a bad game for the Bengals and a surprisingly good game for the Los Angeles Rams to beat the Seahawks 30-13.
All right, so we talked about that one for quite a bit. The next game we have Jordan Love and the Packers pound on the Bears 38-20.
A bit of a shocking game for me because I didn't want to jump on that Jordan Love bandwagon. I was more on a Justin Fields bandwagon, but the Bears looked not great this game. The Packers went out, wanted to get it going and get a win for Jordan Love, and 38-20 in Chicago.
Give me a second, guys.
Okay.
Keep going.
All right. It was a very. I don't want to keep using the word statement win, but for the Packers in this division, to what I thought they were going to be, and to see what they did week 1 without Christian Watson, their second-year wide receiver who was down with an hamstring injury, to be able to do this without him. And Aaron Jones went down with a hamstring injury after he caught a touchdown. Aaron Jones went nuts in this game. But by the way, what a monster game that he had.
Yeah, he did.
For them to win this game in Chicago, where a lot of people probably thought, I don't know if they're going to win it. They did, to me, really good and actually opened my eyes to what they could do on offense and defense.
Yeah. What I find funny is I watched, like we were talking about before, I watched that video that the NFL posted on YouTube, and like I said, they were going through every team game by game what the record would be. I just found it honestly hilarious that the guy who did all these predictions predicted the Bears to finish 13-4. I really want to know what that guy was smoking because I want some.
Well, I'll look at it this way. I believe the Bears' issue is not necessarily, to me, it's the coaching. They need to stop relying heavily on the run game. and move to a passing game, because now you're basically telling the teams, okay, we don't have faith in Justin Fields to throw the ball. We went out and got DJ Moore.
Hold on, time out, Tony. My dad just messaged me. He said we're streaming on the Nerdbox channel.
Are we?
Yeah, he just messaged me in our group. And then it says it right there too. I just noticed you're streaming live on our Nerdbox channel. And then he just messaged us in the group that you're in with me, that I'm in with you and my dad.
Says that it's streaming to inside the locker room too.
Okay, I just fixed it.
Okay.
The problem was they both was next to each other.
Ah.
So I clicked on the wrong one.
All right. We're good. We're talking Packers, Bears.
Oh, yeah, we're still going on that? You want to go to the next one?
We go to the next one.
Is the Eagles beat the Patriots 25-20.
Yeah, that was the game that you guys were distracted by, which is fine because I understand you guys don't want the Eagles to win because of what the division they are in. But they should have won by more, honestly. They were up 16-0 at the end of the first quarter, and they only put up 9 more points, which is just 3 more field goals, and the Patriots put up 20. So it was a closer game than it really needed to be. Eagles, to me, are lucky that they escaped with a win there out of Foxborough.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't a good sign to start the season. I know it's only week 1, but I mean, when you're the team that won the NFC, you're the NFC champion. You almost won the Super Bowl last year against the Chiefs, nonetheless. I mean, to come into this year and beat the Patriots only by 5. I know it's only week 1, but that could be a cause for concern. Yep, absolutely. Totally rushy performance, absolutely.
Yep. They were fortunate to squeak by with the win there in Foxborough. But hey, as Owen said, a win's a win. They go out and they get a win. So no matter how you get it, it's a W.
Exactly. Tony, do you have anything to say about this game, or should I move on to the final one?
I was actually at one point I thought I was expecting a blowout. I am not gonna lie. I was expecting the Eagles to
It should have been, yeah.
The Patriots. The fact that once again the best defense in the league.
Don't go there. We're not going there. We're not doing it, okay? We're not doing it.
But seriously, the fact that the Bill Belichick defense, he always finds a way to hold teams down. Like I said, I was just really surprised that the game was that close. I mean, maybe Matt Jones is finally getting in that corner where he's turning now that he has actual. No.
Okay. It was just Eagles played down to the level of the Patriots after being up 16-0. Yes, and the Patriots' number 1 overall defense did, I guess, an all right job to stop the Eagles from scoring a touchdown in the second half, the entire rest of the game. But again, it definitely should have been a blowout, and to only win by 5 against the Patriots, who are not that great. I don't know. It's a bit worrying if you're an Eagles fan.
I agree. All right, so
So the final game we have is the Dolphins beat the Chargers 36-34, our highest scoring game of the week.
Now, I was watching some of it. It was a very great game, shootout. If you had fantasy players in this game, you were not let down, especially if they're on the Dolphins. What a fantastic game, as I mentioned earlier, from Tua and Tyreek Hill. Jalen Waddle had a good game also. So, just a great game. You hate that one of the teams had to lose, but the Dolphins have had now a great start to their year to win 36-34.
That game, I didn't get a chance to see the highlights of it. I was just keeping track of the score. From what I could tell, it looked like it was just one of those old-style just shootouts.
Mm-hmm. It was.
Slugfest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't watch the game. I saw some of the highlights. I mean, Tyreek Hill went off. As long as Tua can stay healthy, and you got Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle as your two best wide receivers in that team, honestly, the Dolphins could be very, very good this year as long as Tua stays healthy. He proved that this week by passing for almost 500 yards. I mean, I think if he stays healthy, the Dolphins definitely could have a nice little run going. I think they could honestly be a threat in that division.
But here's the thing. Tua got to stay healthy.
Exactly.
Tua needs to stop trying to be Lamar Jackson.
Yep.
And Justin Fields and Jalen Hurts.
Yep.
And stop trying to run all over the place. Know your limits. Otherwise, dude, you're become a walking hospital bill with concussions. And you're going to cost your team. So, got to be smart. Know when, okay, either throw the ball away or just get down. But you got to be smart about it.
Yeah, I agree. Well, I mean, that's all we got. Does anybody anything else we want to say before we end it here, or anybody else got anything to say?
Well, are we going to do the pigskin pick'ems, or?
We probably should do that next week. Just start fresh next week.
All right. Well, I'm just going to do mine now then for week 2.
Okay.
Eagles.
Because I didn't pick mine for next week yet, so I got to do that tonight.
You can do it as long as it's not on Thursday. You could do it.
Yeah, no. What I'm saying is I can't do it right now because I'm using my phone to do this.
Pretty good.
Hold on, I'm going to set it up right now.
Okay. Some easy games right now next week to pick. Not that one. I'm only picking the easy games right now, and then I'll think about the other one. I'm going with my man Baker Mayfield. Oh my God. Texans or Colts, guys?
Texans.
What? I don't know on that one. I'm gonna wait. I want to wait on that one. Picking the Giants. Wait. I'm going with the Commanders again, Owen.
Yeah, I got the Broncos. I'm confident. I think we can win that game.
Oh, why do we have to play on Monday night? Oh. Monday night versus the Browns.
Yeah, Tony, I can't click on that link until we're done here. I can't do it yet.
Okay.
I'll get it. Hold on. But yeah, Tony, good luck to your Giants about hopefully beating the Cowboys.
We're
They're
about to score.
rolling. They're driving.
Good. Fucking please beat the
using
Cowboys.
Barkley a lot.
Please beat the Cowboys so I can wake up or just get that Twitter notification from Stephen A. Smith and he's having a good time saying that the Cowboys lost.
We're about them Cowboys.
They're using Barkley a lot. So for early on.
Yeah, Daniel Jones is scrambling for like I think 8 or 9 yards.
Yeah, I just saw that. It's third and short. It looks like they're on like the Dallas. I want to say they're on like the Dallas. Maybe what? What do you think, Tony? Like 8 or 9?
It's like the 7-yard line.
7-yard. Okay, so they're the Dallas 7. Yeah, they're two. It looks like on the Dallas 7. They get the first down here. They got at the goal line. So get these 2 yards. They're gonna run over Barkley, I think.
All right, Tony, should be in the group now. I should be in it.
Yeah, I'll join after we end this, and then I'll make my picks.
I keep hitting join group and it says I'm not authorized to edit this group, so I don't know if I'm in or not. I should be.
Did you put the password in?
I didn't even need to. I just hit the link and it took me right to this.
Because it's not showing me that you're in.
Let me X out of that. X out of that.
Well, let's end the show.
Okay.
Well, we can still stay in the studio and just finish discussing and get it done.
Yeah, if you want to end it now, I should be able to go on and join then. And then we'll be good to go for next week.
So, once again, we come to the end of our show. Thanks for everybody who was watching. Well, of course, we didn't have our usual.
Oh, it was blocked!
Audience giving us their. We had no fans in here today.
He's gone. Touchdown. Wow.
Oh.
Wow.
I hate the fucking Cowboys.
Yeah, that's the way to end live. Hell yeah, it is.
Oh, wow. I can just fucking saw that.
Oh, Lord.
Wow.
We'll see everybody next week.
You might not see Tony next week.
He might be gone.